Hello everyone, welcome to Red Snapper. My name's MJ and this is an awesome video where we're looking at leaked cards, but leaked cards where we don't know where we're getting them. We're going to discuss how we're going to get them, where we might get them, and how soon we might get them, which is actually the same as saying when, which I think I already covered. So, but anyway, let's just get into it, guys. Can you feel the madness already? Right. In this video, we're not going to be discussing cards which just have placeholder art, or they're so old, they've been in the data for like 3 years or coming up to 3 years, and just it just doesn't look like we're anywhere near getting them. So we're not going to discuss cards like Night Nurse and Flatman, these two pictured, okay? But let's have a look. This is all of the cards that are leaked or have been leaked, and they've got clearly brand new artwork from the artists, logos for the most part for their names, and that we could see soon. So this is them in chronological order. Mephisto is a card that has been in the data for a very long time, and then some of the more recent ones we've just had added were in the recent Magic season or Masters of the Arcane season leaks, which was Nicholas Scratch and Jennifer Kale, but we didn't see them as coming soon as actual cards, so we don't know how we're getting them. That's the case with all of these. That is the point of this video. Let's discuss where we might be getting them. First of all, this handful, this little group here, they're either so old or they've been postponed or cancelled, whatever you want to call it, that I don't think we're particularly close to getting these cards. And guys, I don't know anything. This is just pure speculation, okay? But yeah, I'm not seeing how these cards fit into upcoming seasons, and I just can't see us getting these anytime soon. Hey, I hope I'm wrong. I want to see these cards, especially want to see Firestar and Mephisto, however they end up making it to the game and whatever abilities they have. I'd love to see them. I just don't think we'll be seeing them anytime soon. I think the most likely cards that we will be getting within the next few months are these 6. Okay, so Tombstone, Cobra, Batroc the Leaper, Dugan, Fanfei, and Topaz. And we will have a look at the abilities of some of these cards momentarily. But these are ones that I think we need to keep our eyes on in the immediate future. Okay, if we look at the last Sanctum Showdown, awesome game mode, by the way. Loved the amount of rewards that we could get. It was a really awesome way for them to inject many cards into the game at the same time. Of course, we got 3 brand new cards that we were able to obtain pretty easily in that game mode, and loads of other rewards we could choose as well. But anyway, within that, as I said, there were 3 cards, one of which was Uncle Ben, which is just absolutely mad, had been in the, actually contradicting my point of oh, we're not going to get these cards, had been in the data for a very, very long time, and has nothing to do with any recent season. Okay, so we got Uncle Ben, but then we also got Laufey, who we kind of thought we might get in the War of the 9 Realms season, which I think was November, right? So that was, what, 3 months before? This was in the February season, so yeah, 3 months before. Interesting. And then we got Gorgon, who was, or at least we thought was going to be in the Dark Avengers season, or at least these are the recent seasons where these cards were essentially themed to. I don't know why we got them in this portal pool, but anyway, the Dark Avengers season was only 1 month prior to the February season. So we got one card that was 1 month out, and we got one card that was 3 months out, and then one random one. If we consider that for the next Sanctum Showdown, maybe we're getting a Sanctum Showdown in May. This is what I'm speculating, right? Because we've just had 2 months in a row with high voltage. I don't think we're going to get Deadpool's Diner back that soon. I hope that it comes back. I don't know if it ever will. But what I'm hoping is they're taking everyone's feedback, and then Deadpool's Diner will, because there was a lot of negative feedback in the last go round of it, right? And then it comes back in a new and improved version of Deadpool's Diner. And by the way, I actually love Deadpool's Diner. I'm a massive fan of it. Although I do acknowledge and concede that there are problems with the previous versions of it. So I hope Deadpool's Diner comes back one day, but I don't think it's going to come down soon. I don't think we're going to have 3 months in a row of high voltage. So I hope and think, surely, that we'll see Sanctum Showdown return in May. And I think, if I'm coping, this is the coping version of the roster, I think it's going to be these 3 cards. I think 2 of them are extraordinarily likely for somewhat obvious reasons. So I'll discuss them immediately. Dugan was yeah. This is the. I mean, I'm assuming about this right. They said in the blog for the What If season that Dum Dum Dugan was coming in high voltage. So as I always do, I prepared my Snapple Pass. I like to get Snapple Pass out early, and as a smaller creator in the space, it's important for me to get content out early, because it attracts all the people who are looking for that content at that time. If there's fewer videos with that subject in, they're obviously more likely to watch my video. And I gain that viewership. I'm just chatting absolute bollocks now, aren't I? Anyway, it's important for me to get the videos out early, so I did get my Dum Dum Dugan Snapple Pass out early, and then I had egg on my face because they pulled it from high voltage and they replaced it with Toxie Doxie. However, I don't know the reasons for that. However, we know that they've thought they were going to release Dum Dum Dugan, and that Dum Dum Dugan is, like, it must be in a releasable state, right? Because we were this close from getting it, and it was just snatched away at the last moment. So I think we'll absolutely be getting Dum Dum Dugan. I also think we're absolutely going to get Topaz, because Topaz was in the most recent patch notes. There was some sort of thing about her ability not quite working in one circumstance or something. But that's basically the first time they've ever, like, sort of pseudo-acknowledged, like, a leak or an upcoming card that they've not officially announced. So I think, again, if they are testing her and they are literally putting in patch notes that there is an element of her ability not working, I think she's absolutely imminently releasing. So I think she'll be in it. And then my Copy section of this is, this Batroc the Leaper, this is going to be one of my favourite cards in the game. Absolutely, I love him. Absolutely love him. If he stays the same. So I'm coping and saying I'd like to see him. If I'm being completely honest with myself, I think we're probably more likely going to get Cobra. Like, Cobra screams Series 4 a bit more to me, right? So he's got Activate. Switch one of your opponent's created cards here to your side. It's very niche. It's kind of tech against Arishem and Shield and that sort of stuff. Definitely going to be a good card in the right, against the right deck. But yeah, definitely to me less interesting than Batroc the Leaper. And yeah, just sort of hums of Series 4 and yeah, maybe hums of a Sanctum Showdown card, I think, maybe. But what about coming up after May? Maybe we'll see Deadpool's Diner in June? I think, this is, again, I'm just speculating here, guys, but I'd like to think that Second Dinner are either going to have like a new game mode or a bit more variety to the rotating game modes that we get. We've obviously had High Voltage, and we've had Sanctum Showdown, and now we've had a couple of High Voltage in a row. I want to see a bit more variety. So I'd like to see Deadpool's Diner come back. I think that with Snap Packs launching at the end of this month, as at a time of recording, they're obviously busy with that, and then maybe 2 months out, maybe they can focus a bit more on new or improved game modes. So maybe we'll get Deadpool's Diner in June, or maybe we'll get like a new game mode in June. I would love to see that too, obviously. And I think maybe the next most likely card we might see is Fanfei. She's a 4/7 activate, move your other cards here to the right. So very cool sort of new move card, especially like the activate on this as well. It allows you to do a lot of interesting stuff, especially with Heimdall. You play Heimdall on the final turn and then you kick stuff back to the right. So yeah, very interesting stuff, guys. What do you think about all of this? As I say, it is obviously just speculation, but what would you like to see? Do you want to see new game modes? Are there any cards here that you particularly would like to see over others? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.